when Jesus commanded the blind man to bathe his eyes in the pool of Siloam, was not this intended to open the eyes of all? All were to see that Jesus was sent by the Father to show us that the Father intended us to create exactly as he creates. All are to do the perfect work as Jesus did by recognizing the Christ in himself and in all. I can go one step further. This loaf I just received and held in my hand is consumed as though burned by fire. What happened? I misused the perfect law that brought forth my conception and consumed that which I brought forth because of my misuse or not using rightly or righteously the perfect law, which is as exact as music or mathematics or any other so-called law. If I persisted in misuse of the perfect law, it would consume not only that which I create, but would consume me, the Creator. Is the bread really destroyed? We will admit the form is changed, for, in place of the loaf, we have a small amount of dust or ashes. Has it not in reality been returned to the universal substance from which it sprang? Is it not now in unmanifest form, waiting to be brought back again into manifestation? Is this not the way with all forms that go from our sight, either by fire or decay or any other way? Do they not return to the universal substance, God, from which they sprang? Is this not the meaning of what descends from heaven must ascend into heaven? A short time ago you saw ice formed, without any apparent cause, as you perhaps think of it. Let me say that that is the same as creating the bread. I can use the law to obtain ice as well as bread, just as long as I use either as a benefit to mankind, or as long as I am working and living accord with the law, or expressing as God wishes all to express. It is good for all to make bread or ice or any and all things desired, and all must press on to the stage at which they can do these things. Can you not see that by using the highest law, the absolute law of God, you may bring forth that which you need or conceive in mind as your highest idea, and thus please God more fully by manifesting more fully, knowing as Jesus did that we are perfect sons of God? Does this not suggest freedom from commercial bondage as well as all other bondage? As I see it, the commercial bondage will, in a few years, become the greatest bondage of all. If it goes on at the rate it is now progressing, it will dominate man, soul and body, and it cannot do otherwise than consume itself and those that are interested in it. There is no question but that the first inception of commercialism was on a high spiritual plane, but materialism was allowed to creep in until the very power used to create is the power that will consume, just as the very power used to create will always consume if not used rightly. Is not the pressing of commercialism and limitations upon us crowding us on to see that we must come up over or overcome these conditions?